What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, The Walk 71, replaced it with a 4, and I am here with my WWE Money and the Bank review for you guys a day late, of course, because I was in attendance for this show. I was at Allstate Arena, Chicago, wherever you want to call it, for Money in the Bank weekend, which means I was at TakeOver. The TakeOver review was on the channel, and now I have my Money in the Bank review. Now, this show, it was cool. It was a huge improvement from Backlash, leaps and bounds, an improvement from Backlash, because Backlash last month had people questioning wrestling. Why am I watching this? Why am I putting myself through this? WWE learned from their mistakes, but there's certain things they can't run from, and that includes the gender Roman match and the stuff that happened, which I'm gonna go in depth on because I was in attendance. I heard all the chants, the beach balls, the waves, all that kind of stuff. But first, before I even start with the pre-show and stuff like that, I just want to say this real quick. While I was at Money in the Bank, I said, was it third or fourth row behind the commentary, right? The commentator team. I was fourth row behind the commentator team. So I was like ringside. I got my chair and everything. There was a guy, this asshole, right, that sat in front of me. This fucking guy. This man, tall as hell, by the way. Every second, I say about every minute, second to minute, this man would just literally stand up and just do nothing. He'd just stand up, wave his arm, blocking my entire view from seeing it. And I remember it got irritating because I was already annoyed and angry because of something else that happened before the show, and it made me late to the show, which is why I missed the pre-show match. But then again, when I saw it on the network, I really didn't care. But I still wanted to see Gallows and Anderson's entrance live and the Bludgeon Brothers entrance live. But the match, it's on the pre-show for a reason. But I missed it, so I was already kind of annoyed. I had a nice view, everything like that, but then this fucking guy decides to stand up every 5 minutes, fucking flash his goddamn phone for fucking Snapchat to record Daniel Bryan's entrance, and it was irritating as hell. I couldn't even enjoy the opening match. I mean, it's big Cass, but still, like, I was genuinely annoyed, especially when it came to the women's Money in the Bank match. It was a point where I couldn't even see what was going on in the ring. I had to look up at the jumbo screen to see what was going on because this fucking dickhead decides he wants to stand up in front of everybody and block a nigga's view. That shit pissed me the fuck off. So let me cut, because I said in my vlog I'm going to cut an Attitude-esque promo. No, fuck all that. I'm just going to talk shit, man. This fucking idiot, bro. I was genuinely mad. Like, I wanted to fucking choke this motherfucker out and then fucking watch the show and enjoy it. It was him, and then there was this annoying ass chick next to him that had on Alexa Bliss attire. Not like her ring attire, but like Alexa Bliss hood sweatshirt, some shit like that, in a book bag, whatever. She would stand after every 5 seconds. So whether it be him standing every 5 seconds, or her standing every 5 seconds, or a combination of both of them standing at 5 seconds, standing up while blocking me from seeing it, there was certain things I didn't see because this man was in there. I had to become an asshole to the people behind me, and every time he got up, I got up just so I can see and record stuff. It really pissed me off. And one of the parts that really pissed me off was during the AJ entrance. This man was throwing up the 2 sweets, both arms in his air, big ass arms, all up in the air, throwing up the 2 sweets. I couldn't see anything. I was so angry. I was ready to just clock this man. Oh my God. It was getting to a point where the security guard told his ass to sit your black ass down. He didn't say it like that. That would have caused a riot. But he told him to sit his black ass down. He did. And I can say this because I'm back, but this is one of the things about black people that's really fucked up is that we always want the damn spotlight. Because another thing he would do, I believe one of the main reasons why he got up is because every time the camera was flashing to show crowd shots, this man wanted to be on TV. That's what every black person does when there's a camera around. They want to be on fucking TV. And this dude wanted to be on TV too. Every time the camera was flashing, showing the crowd, it never got to us anyways. So this man was just doing stuff. He was just doing shit. Like, what? Dude, come on. My mom paid like $400 for me to enjoy the show, and you ruined it by standing in front of me. I still was able to enjoy it, but there were certain times where I was just ready to, Oh, I hated this part. Every time, after both Money in the Bank matches, this man had a briefcase, which made it even worse. Because everything he did that, he started foiling around the briefcase, legit blocking my view. I tried to stand up, I still couldn't see, dog. Like when Alexa Bliss won, I was like, what the fuck? And then when Braun Strowman won, he did it, but the show was over, so people were already moving out the way so I could see better. That shit pissed me the fuck off, dude. I was ready to clock this man, knock him the fuck out, end his whole career. But I didn't. But let's get into the review, you know. Fuck that dude, man. I hope he fucking... I don't know, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what? Let's get on with the show. So we open up with the pre-show match, which was the Bludgeon Brothers defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championship against Gallows and Anderson. It was a nothing match. The result was exactly what it was supposed to be, which was the Bludgeon Brothers retaining. This was a nothing. This is not going to lead to anything because WWE doesn't want to commit with Gallows and Anderson, which is really sad because Gallows and Anderson was at one point was like the best tag team in the world in New Japan. I know I and other people just sound like a broken record saying New Japan, New Japan, New Japan, but in New Japan they treat people better and they treat Gallows and Anderson like gods of the tag team division. I guess this is something to give the Bludgeon Brothers to do because their reign right now has been pretty trash. I would prefer the Usos to be champions, but honestly, the Usos would be in the same position as the Bludgeon Brothers because the tag team division in WWE right now is pretty dead. Both shows, Raw and SmackDown. NXT is cool, but Raw and SmackDown right now, the tag team division is dead. It's gotten to a point where Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, two people that WWE makes us not care about, turns them into more credible tag team than the Revival, which is probably which could have been WWE's best tag team on the main roster. The B team is more over than the Revival, and that's not okay. That's not okay at all. And they're starting to kill off the Woken Hardy thing. Like it's starting to like die to me. Like it's not how it was in TNA. And it's the same thing on SmackDown. There are no tag teams. The Usos are there, but they lost their momentum quick. They're just there. The New Day, they're there, but they're not really in the tag team division. As you can see, they're in the Money in the Bank. Like WWE is treating them more like main eventers and treating them more like they're flexible. They could do anything. They could be in the main event. They could be in the tag team division if they want to. They could do everything. But as for right now, I don't know, man. The tag team division is looking really, really bad because it wasn't too long ago, a couple of months ago, the tag team division was popping with the New Day and the Usos last year. Had probably the best feud in WWE at that time. The Bar and Seth Rollins and whoever was his teammate, whether it be Jason Jordan or Dean Ambrose, they were having some good matches too. The tag team division was flourishing. It's always something. I think that's one of the things in WWE is that for a few months the tag team division like shines, and then the next few months the tag team division just dies off. Shines, dies. And that's what I guess that's the period we're in now, where the tag team division was previously shining, and now the tag team division is really, you know. So yeah, there we go. That was the pre-show match. So we open up the show with the match that I was not looking forward to, and it wasn't because of Daniel Bryan. Big Cass. We had Daniel Bryan take on Big Cass. The match was longer than their Backlash match. It was the opening match, and it was actually a little bit better than their match at a Backlash. I'm not gonna go move by move. I'll just talk about different stuff. Daniel Bryan was over, as he always is with the S Chance. Like, oh my God, the S Chance went crazy. Yeah, man, it was a cool match, you know. Big Cass got his submission stuff in because he wants to show well, I guess his whole thing over Daniel Bryan is that he's the big man, Daniel Bryan's the little man, even though Daniel Bryan's been whooping his ass. Anyways, Big Cass was actually doing submissions. He was doing a torture rack on Daniel Bryan. Did a big boo for a near fall. Daniel Bryan went crazy with the kicks. He actually hit the running knee on Big Cass for a near fall. But the ending of this match consisted of Daniel Bryan putting Big Cass in a leg lock after working over his leg during the match. And Big Cass tapped out. There was no post-match assault. Big Cass just went away. Daniel Bryan celebrated. I was happy. It was better, you know, than their Backlash match. But I still don't fuck with Big Cass. It's not, if this is supposed to get Big Cass over, fuck that dude. I don't fuck with Big Cass. So after that, We had different stuff. We had a New Day Kevin Owens a backstage video thing. It was cool. So then after that, we had Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley, and boy oh boy, Bobby Lashley, bro. Bobby Lashley gotta go. He gotta go back to TNA. Something, bro. Bobby Lashley ain't it no more. He literally, WWE brought this man in to be another person on the main roster, honestly. Like, I remember people saying he was going to be up next to face Brock. There's no way he's going to be up next facing Brock. Not when he's doing this. And it's not even his fault. It's really WWE's fault for the reason he's not where he should be. Because they've been putting him in constant tag team matches when he first got in to where he wasn't interesting anymore. But people was like, oh no, man, just give it a couple more weeks. You know, they're going to build him up. He's going to be able to fight Brock at SummerSlam. Yeah, fuck out of here. He's probably going to be on the SummerSlam pre-show. But yeah, this match was mad short. I thought it was going to be long. It ended so abruptly. I was like, huh? That's it? So I'll just leave it like this. Sami Zayn was like retreating in the match. Bobby Lashley eventually got offense after Sami Zayn did a few things. Bobby Lashley hit a vertical suplex. I think he hit like a spine buster or something. The fans actually booed Bobby Lashley. The only time they cheered him is when he was doing the vertical suplex and they was chanting like one more time, but he got booed out the arena, right? He did a backbreaker, drops him on the mat, then does another vertical suplex and wins the match. That was it. This is probably the worst built feud. I say the worst built feud matches happened first, which was Daniel Bryan, Big Cass, and Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley. These are both the worst built feuds on each show, honestly, and the matches happened. So after that, we got the next match. We got a match I was actually looking forward to. I had on a Seth Rollins shirt, so you already know I was teed. We had the WWE Intercontinental Championship matches. We had the man, the god, the greatness that is known as Elias, and we had the architect, the GOAT, Mr. Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion. And Seth Rollins actually came out with his WWE 2K16 attire, the attire he wore at WrestleMania. You know, the black with the gold lining. Yeah, I guess you could say the gold lining on it. And well, you know what that means. When you got on gold, you win. And well, Seth Rollins won. This match was actually really, it kept me in. It kept me in. Unlike the first two matches, I was into the Daniel Bryan match because of Daniel Bryan. And yes, I like Sami Zayn, but that match with Bobby Lashley was trash. But this match was actually good. We got a lot of good stuff out of it. I popped hard for the Superplex Falcon Arrow combination. Seth Rollins teased the frog splash. Well, they had teased it. He did it, but Elias had the knees up. Elias hit a clean elbow drop off the top rope. We got suicide dives. We got knees in face. We had a tease for a curve stomp, but the match ended in basically them rolling each other up, and Seth Rollins ended up winning with some kind of roll up, and he won. The match was really good. It is probably second or third on my list in terms of like my favorite matches, because that WWE title match was really enjoyable, honestly. But yeah, the match was cool. Seth Rollins retained. The right person retained. Honestly, if Seth Rollins lost, then I most definitely know he was going to face Brock Lesnar. But I don't know what can happen from here, because I guess we got to build somebody up. I don't even know if we got to build somebody up. We just got to find something for Seth Rollins to do, because right now he's hot, white hot. He's going places right now as the IC champion. He's having all these good matches. He's putting people's careers at an all-time high, a la Mojo Rawley, even though he's not doing nothing. But this was cool. I just need them to continue to be on the road with Seth Rollins. I don't want them to bring him all the way up, and then when people get bored of it, it's just nothingness again. I don't want that for Seth Rollins, so I hope that we continue stuff on, which is why he needs to be Universal Champion, Vince. So the next match we got was the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, during this match, I saw the whole match, but I didn't see the entrances, and I was kind of sad because I've never seen Sasha Banks' entrance live before, and I was kind of sad. We had Ember Moon, Natalya, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Lana. Now, I missed all of the entrances in the build-up, like the promo package, because I was actually looking for food to eat, which I didn't even eat at the show. I got Wendy's after I left the show because the lines were mad long, and I wasn't going to miss the ladder match. So I said, fuck it. Let me just go back to my seat. I'll just starve myself. I got, 4 more hours left. I'm so dead ass. It was like 7 o'clock. The show started at 6 because, they pushed the show an hour back. So I was just starving myself for 4 hours. It's nothing. And that's what I did. But this ladder match was actually way better than the other 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches we got last year. People actually used the ladders as weapons. People got slammed on the ladders. Naomi got slammed on the ladders. Ember Moon got slammed on the ladders. Did people get hit with ladders? I don't know if people got hit. No, somebody got kneed in the face with a ladder. Different kind of stuff. Lana was completely over in this match. The whole Lana, once you put Aiden English with anybody, they're going to get over. And they put Aiden English with Lana because, Lana's married to Rusev, so it's all the connection. Over like Rover. She got probably the loudest chance. They booed Sasha. I didn't boo Sasha because I'm a Sasha mark. Becky Lynch got a big pop. Ember Moon got a nice pop. Natalya got booed. But my thing is, I don't know if Natalya's a face or a heel. I think she's a face, but I wonder when did she turn. Anyways, it was cool. I enjoyed it for the most part. I enjoyed everything except for the ending. So the ending was Becky Lynch. She climbed the ladder, Everybody was popping hard. I thought she was about to win because earlier in this match, there was another part where Naomi could have legit won the match, but I guess she had to kind of stall and wait for somebody to get on cue to take her off the ladder because it literally looked like she was unhooking the briefcase. Like it almost looked like she took it off, but somebody stopped her. I guess somebody missed their cue or somebody was late. So Becky Lynch got to the top. She went. Let me get to the right part. Yeah, she went up to the top. She tried to go for it. Alexa Bliss said no, F all that. She takes her down. She took her off of the thing. Becky Lynch went face first to the ladder. Alexa Bliss climbed the ladder and unhooked the Money in the Bank briefcase. And like I said, there was the chick with the Alexa Bliss attire on in front of me. She was going nuts. I was like, okay, this is the female Roman Reigns, by the way. Y'all just don't want to accept it. But this is the female Roman Reigns. Alexa Bliss has never, she's lost, but then she'll just win back. And that's what happened with this. Because what happened later in the show, which I'll get into, I would have had Natalya win. And the reason I would have had Natalya win is because it seems as though they're trying to push Ronda, kind of in the upper card. But, I don't even know if it's a push. It's just smart business marketing. But I thought since Natalya and Ronda are the best of friends, they had Ronda train in a locker room with Natty. I thought Natty would win it. Ronda would eventually win the women's title. Natty would turn on her, cash in the title. Then we get a feud with them, and that could be potentially a good match. Because the stuff Ronda did in the match with Nia Jax overshadowed anything Nia Jax did. Because she was doing some very unbelievable stuff, but we'll get into that. So yes, Alexa Bliss is your 2018 Women's Money in the Bank winner. So after that, we got the match. The greatest match of all time. Forget Okada Omega. Forget Gargano Ciampa. Forget Dream Ricochet. Forget all those good feuds and matches. We got the greatest match of all time. Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. I'm bullshitting. I didn't even pay attention to this match. There was nothing to write home about this match other than Roman Reigns won. The stuff to write out about this match was the stuff that occurred within the audience that I participated in. I'll just do one thing. I'll just mention one thing. Oh, hold on. First, let me bring up this hilarious fucking tweet from JD from New York. He's like a YouTuber that does wrestling stuff. Let me find this tweet. This is the funniest fucking tweet I've seen in a very long time. This shit is hilarious. Okay, so Jinder Mahal came out, but one of the Singh brothers was actually in a wheelchair because he had to sell the injury because he lost a match against Roman Reigns. And actually, I popped hard for Jinder Mahal because I'm a Jinder Mahal mark until the bell rings. That happened. Roman Reigns came out, got probably the loudest boos out of anybody, and he's the good guy, which is crazy. And apparently, I guess they muted the boos because my friend Zach, shout out to Zach, was watching the show, and I think he said that the crowd volume was lower. They booed the shit out of him. I'm sorry, but the most intriguing part about this match wasn't the match itself. I wasn't paying attention to the match because I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck. So we had these amounts of chants, and I participated in almost all of them. There was a certain chance I was just like, this shit trash. CM Punk chants. Please, let's get rid of CM Punk chants. Boring. NXT Rusev Day. This is awful. Johnny Wrestling. Asshole. There was a Let's Go Cena. Cena sucks chant. Not Let's Go Cena CM Punk. It was Let's Go Cena sucks. I was there. There was a Matt Hardy delete chant, which I participated in. Beach ball. I hate that beach ball shit, so I didn't care. There was a full blown crowd wave, which I participated in. It was lit. I was just like, hey. It was fun. This match sucks. There was an "in this match" chant right when Jinder was like, looked like he was setting up for the his finisher, the Kalash. That's when the "in this match" chant. There's a Y2J chant. Shout out to the IWGP IC champion Chris Jericho. Velveteen Dream chant. That boy over. And yeah, all of this was chanted during the match. Now, I rolled my eyes during the CM Punk chant because I feel like the CM Punk chant is so trash. At NXT TakeOver last night, somebody started that shit and somebody shut that joint down. People start booing it. People was like, CM Punk sucks. I'm like, damn, we in Chicago. Why are you doing it? Well, not really Chicago, but damn, we in Chicago. How you gonna do that to my man's Punk? Yeah, they did it. And all I can say about this match is that Roman Reigns won. LOL, Roman Reigns wins, or however people say it. All I have to say is Brooklyn ready for Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, four. Have fun with that. Unless what happens in the main event occurs at SummerSlam, but we'll see. So after that, we had a bunch of recaps as to what happened during the show. Nothing crazy. Then after that, we had the SmackDown Women's Title match. We had Asuka take on Charlotte, and it looks as though WWE fixed Asuka's theme song. They put the bass drop in. It was actually as if they got it straight from NXT, because they always like to tweak somebody's theme song when they switch from NXT when they go to the main roster, but they fixed it. We had formal ring introductions. That was pretty tight. I like that. And then the match happened. Just imagine me shaking my head in agony. Like, the match happened. Yeah, Carmella screamed a lot. Somebody in the audience actually screamed back at her. That was pretty funny. Nobody was really giving a fuck about this match. I remember hearing people behind me talking about, yeah, she can't wrestle. The only thing Charlotte did of substance, not Charlotte, Carmella did of substance was a suicide dive. That's it. She actually executed that perfectly. Asuka was beating the fuck out of Carmella towards the end of the match, and then a mysterious figure appears on the ring apron, had Asuka's entrance coat on with the mask, and Asuka looked possessed. She looked very possessed, like she sees a ghost. But she continues on in the match. Then eventually the person takes off the mask, and it's James Ellsworth. I lost my goddamn voice. You'll see it in the vlog. I was like, what the fuck? So, James Ellsworth came back. It's been rumored since earlier this week that he was going to come back to WWE in some form of capacity. We all know what the form of capacity was. But then he was like, no, I have a show I'm doing in China. Then all of a sudden, like a day before Money in the Bank, they was like, he canceled his appearance at China. So I'm like, oh shit. So James Ellsworth got involved. Carmella super kicked Asuka 1, 2, 3, beat Asuka. So Asuka has been officially humanized. She's not even the same anymore. Asuka, I don't know, man. I'm sad because I feel like things are only gonna go downhill for Asuka. Like when she wins the title, it won't even mean anything, and that's sad. It's really sad because Asuka was like legit the shit at NXT. She was killing hoes in seconds, and now she's doing this. Carmella retains the SmackDown Women's Championship due to James Ellsworth interference. James Ellsworth is back. He should have never got released because the whole story of Carmella having the briefcase is because of James Ellsworth. But whatever. So after that, we got what I thought was my favorite match and potentially match of the night. We got the last man standing match between Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance is always lit live. I remember when I was at Backlash last year when he made his debut, and now that he has this heel persona and he has a newer theme song that's basically a remix of his theme song from before, but they added lyrics into it so people can't sing along. People still sing along. I popped when he did the yow. I think I was probably the only person in the arena that said yow, so I feel accomplished. AJ Styles got a loud pop, of course, and that's when the asshole that sat in front of me was doing the too sweet with his big ass arms. But anyways, we had the match. The match was really good. They were fighting hard. We got nut shots. Don't take that the wrong way. We got nut shots, chair shots. AJ Styles got flung through a table. They even took it into the crowd, and it was in my face too. Like they were fighting in front of me, like my section. I don't know why where I sit, just stuff happens because at Takeover Chicago 2, where I was sitting, in front of my face was Tommaso Ciampa getting slammed through a table, and in front of my face was AJ Styles and Shinsuke fighting each other. There was table spots, like I said. AJ Styles went through a table. The best spot of the night was the ending of this match, but I'll get to that. We had Nakamura, he was playing, what's the word I'm looking for? He was like, please, no, don't hit me, because AJ Styles had a chair, and he hit AJ Styles in the nuts and Kinshasa'd him for a near 9 count, because the last man standing match, you gotta take down your opponent for 10 seconds. So that was cool. The ending of this match was really lit because AJ Styles just started going ham on Nakamura. He kicked him in the balls. He started beating his ass, and then it got to a point where AJ Styles did a phenomenal forearm to the outside onto Nakamura through the table. AJ Styles got up. Nakamura got counted out, and still your WWE champion AJ Styles. I thought something was gonna happen after because I heard that Sanity was backstage, because I thought maybe WWE is going to do something with Sanity. They literally advertised them on TV post Superstar Shakeup, and they're not doing anything with them. They stopped doing the promos for it. I don't know what they're doing. Are they waiting for Nikki Cross to come back? Because they really need Nikki Cross. But anyways, match was really good. I enjoyed it. I suggest you watch it. This is finally the match we've wanted out of these two. I hate it. I hate the fact that it had to come down to like them having 4 other matches. The Mania match, the Greatest Royal Rumble match, the Backlash match. The match on SmackDown was really good too, actually. But it took them like 4 times to finally strike gold, and I really enjoyed this match. Maybe I really enjoyed this match because it ended with a winner and not with a double count out or something like that. So I enjoyed this match. It was really good. I don't know where or what they're gonna do with Shinsuke. I feel like if Shinsuke won the title, that would be good, because then we could get potentially Daniel Bryan versus Shinsuke at WrestleMania, not WrestleMania, SummerSlam. But then again, what would AJ Styles be doing? So I guess AJ Styles is still gonna be WWE champion. I don't see him losing at Extreme Rules. If they do AJ versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, just a battle of the faces, kind of like Bryan and John Cena, that'd be cool too. Just like 2 guys just going at it for a title. Basically what they did at Mania between Shinsuke and AJ. But yeah, I don't know what they could do with Shinsuke now that he's like lost all the title matches against AJ. There's nothing for him to. He can't go after the title no more. So I don't know. Maybe he'll go into a feud with Jeff Hardy for the U.S. title. That was interesting because WWE was teasing it on live events, and they had the match on SmackDown. Shinsuke beat up Jeff Hardy for the 10 count gimmick or whatever. So maybe that's the next thing. Maybe we'll get Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke in some kind of match. I don't know. But that was a really good match. So after that, we got the Raw Women's Championship matches. We had Ronda Rousey make her one-on-one in-ring debut against Nia Jax. Ronda Rousey got a big pop. Nia Jax didn't get pop at all. She got booed. But I don't know if Nia Jax is a heel or a face. All right, as we get into the match, the match started out as any typical Nia Jax match. She beats up the smaller chick until the smaller chick makes a comeback. But Ronda Rousey made a weird fucking comeback. She was punching her. She hit Nia Jax with some kind of knee in the face. I wish she would have did that in the UFC. Maybe she would still be bantamweight champion. Ooh. She did an arm bar on the rope to kind of work on Nia Jax's arms, which came into an effect later in the match, after the match, I should say. So Ronda Rousey hit Nia Jax with like hip tosses, back suplexes. I'm like, what the fuck? No, that's not how. I guess it works for Ronda because Ronda's like a strong woman. But come on, dog. Let's be realistic. If we had Bret Hart versus Andre the Giant, do you think Bret Hart is going to hit Andre the Giant with a back fucking suplex? Because that's what WWE is supposed to be treating Nia, right? Like Andre the Giant. She hit her with a back suplex and a hip toss, and eventually put in the arm bar, and it looks like she was about to make Nia tap out. Nia was literally like two fingers. She had two of her fingers holding together so that her arm wouldn't get put in the armbar position. And as soon as it was about to let go, as soon as she let go, Alexa Bliss got involved, hits Ronda Rousey with the briefcase, match ends in disqualification. She beats the crap out of Ronda, throws her into the ring, into the turnbuckle. That looked like it hurt. It sounded like it hurt, I should say. Hit her in the back with the briefcase, went back into the ring, start hitting Nia Jax in the arm with the briefcase, DDTs her. She catches in the briefcase, DDTs her, hits her with the Twisted Bliss for the victory. Alexa Bliss is the Raw Women's Champion once again. LOL, Alexa wins. The female Roman Reigns. Yeah, Nia Jax was not a good champion. WWE could have done better with Nia as champion, but when they start doing this whole bullying thing, and then she had that promo after Backlash that didn't even seem genuine. She was just reading. It sounded like she was just reading a teleprompter, but it was no teleprompter. But yeah, Alexa Bliss is champion. Honestly, you might as well rename the Raw Women's title to the Alexa Bliss title because she will lose it and then get it back within a certain amount of time. And that's what happened with Alexa Bliss. She literally just got the title back. And honestly, I don't see her dropping the title anytime soon now. Maybe to Ronda Rousey. I don't know. There's no Money in the Bank thing going on anymore because, well, she cashed in and she got the title. So Alexa Bliss gets her title back. I wasn't excited to say. I wasn't excited at all. I had a very look of disgust on my face because, like, I don't know. It's just I'm not a big Alexa Bliss fan. Like, I respect that she can wrestle and stuff like that, but I'm not a big Alexa Bliss fan. I don't see what all the hype is about. But anyways, we end the show with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. 4 superstars from Raw, 4 superstars from SmackDown colliding. Good match. It's kind of hard to mess up a Money in the Bank ladder match. I mean, there's been a lot of better Money in the Bank ladder matches than others, but there's never been a bad Money in the Bank ladder match. There has been a bad Elimination Chamber match. There's been a bad Hell in a Cell match. There's never been a bad Money in the Bank match. It delivers on all cylinders in terms of having people get flown off the ladder, thrown off the ladder, having people, just be abused with the ladder and all kind of stuff like that. So we had Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Rusev, Kevin Owens, Bobby Roode, The Miz, Braun Strowman, and the opponent picked by the New Day was Kofi Kingston because they won a match where one of the members would go in. I thought it would have been Big E, and then Big E could have won, and then WWE could have did something creative with New Day with the Money in the Bank. But no, we put Kofi in, so I already knew that Big E, nobody New Day related was going to win. I guess they just put Kofi in there because Kofi's always in the Money in the Bank match. He's literally been in a lot of them. The one at WrestleMania, the one at the WrestleMania before that, it was like 20. He was doing it 25, 26. The Money in the Bank pay-per-view that same year, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view the next year in 2011. It was in one in 2014. He was in one in 2015. He's just been in a lot of damn Money in the Bank matches and still ain't won one. But anyways, Kofi Kingston was actually over in Chicago. They were chanting Kofi a lot. Joe got the loud chant, Joe chant. Rusev Day was over, of course. I lost my voice chanting Rusev Day and singing it and stuff. Braun, everybody got their pops. It was cool. Bobby Roode came out. I'm not a big fan of Bobby Roode anymore because he kind of sucks as a face. Once he turns heel, then I'll be a believer. But this match was really enjoyable to watch. Maybe it's because I was live, but I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to go move by move. I'm just going to go off of straight memory. So let me think. What was like some really good stuff? I just want to let's see. Let me think. Okay, so the first big thing that happened was that they instantly went after Braun Strowman. Everybody jumped Braun Strowman and then buried him in ladders, similar to what they did to the Big Show at Money in the Bank 2010 when they buried him in ladders. You know, take out the big man so that everybody else has a better chance. Boy, did they regret that when Braun Strowman came back. Anyway, especially Kevin Owens. Anyways, the match goes on. People fight each other. People get flung into ladders. Kofi Kingston hit a Trouble in Paradise on Samoa Joe out of nowhere. That was pretty clean. There was one spot where Kofi Kingston did a dive. You know, a dive where he like basically falls into his opponent, but they caught my man's Kofi and just threw him. Like that was lit. I fucked with that. Miz had very close moments of him winning. Finn Balor. There was a spot where Finn Balor was about to get put through a table by Kevin Owens, but then Rusev tried to get back into the ring, so he had to stop that. Samoa Joe was there. This is second ladder match where Samoa Joe was in it, but he was not in it. If that makes any sense. Like he did a little bit of stuff, but yeah. But then once Braun Strowman started turning up on people, hitting Kofi Kingston. I forgot who was holding the ladder, but I know one of them was Bobby Roode. My man's ran into the ladder broke, took out everybody. Then eventually they started jumping Braun Strowman again. They put him on a table. They had Kevin Owens climb a ladder, but Braun Strowman got up, chokeslammed Kevin Owens through tables. Kevin Owens was like eliminated from the game. Like he didn't show up after that. So let me think. What else was pretty cool? So all of that kind of stuff was cool. There's a close spot where Kofi Kingston was about to win, and they said, "No, fuck out of here, son." Kofi Kingston, towards the end of the match, Kofi Kingston climbed onto Braun Strowman's back and was on his back while he was fighting Finn Balor. Like that was pretty funny. Rusev was cool in the match. He did a triple accolade. That was clean. I fucked with that. That was dope. Bobby Roode was another person that was in the match, but he really wasn't in the match. He was like EC3 in that North American Championship ladder match. Bobby Roode didn't really do much. But the ending of this match, Braun Strowman eventually flung Kofi Kingston off his back, like tossed my man's. My man's took a hard bump. That boy almost 40 years old taking crazy bumps like that. And then Finn Balor basically got knocked off the ladder, and I thought, oh, somebody's going to stop Braun. No, Braun grabbed that briefcase and the match was over with. Braun is the 2018 men's Money in the Bank winner. And yes, I'm happy Braun wins the briefcase because that pretty much declares he's going to be Universal Champion one day. But is it too late? Just ask yourself that question once this video goes off and just think about it. Is it too late for WWE to be putting Braun in the main event spot when they had the perfect opportunity for it with when he was going against Brock at No Mercy, when they were main eventing nonetheless, and they had the spotlight and they could have gave Braun the championship and started something, but now we have the Money in the Bank briefcase. And I mentioned earlier, maybe there's something with Roman and Brock because WWE knows they're going to boo the arena no matter who wins. We know Brock is not winning the match because Brock is going to go on to UFC where he'll do steroids and lose. Or no, do steroids, wins, and then gets the win taken away from him because he failed the drug test. But we all know Barclays Center, New York, does not mess with Roman Reigns. So they're going to boo the arena out when Roman Reigns wins the title. So I guess a way to save the arena and keep everybody going home happy in order to not prevent another backlash moment and have people chant beat the traffic and stuff like that, because that was in New Jersey. New Jersey's right next to New York, so they just as rowdy. So I guess Braun is the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, and I think he's going to cash in at SummerSlam because they're going to send the fans home happy. Braun is finally going to win the title. He's going to get his moment, but I feel like it might be too late. And he, out of all of the people in this match, did not need that briefcase. Braun Strowman could have got a title match just off of it, fear and intimidation. It was a lot of people in this match that could have got it. Samoa Joe would have been nice. The Miz would have been perfect if we're doing Daniel Bryan in the main event. New Day, that could have been something creative. I don't know. Not Bobby Roode. Finn Balor, nah. Kevin Owens, Rusev would have been perfect too, but you know. So yeah, Braun Strowman won the Money in the Bank. He is now Mr. Money in the Bank, so he will join the list of other people who've cashed in. Just don't be like John Cena, don't be like Damien Sandow, and don't be like Baron Corbin. And you'll be WWE and or Universal Champion eventually. But yeah, that was my review for WWE Money in the Bank 2018, live from Chicago, Illinois. Not really Chicago. It was in Rosemont, which is 40 minutes to an hour away from Chicago. I live in Chicago, the south side of Chicago, the best side, by the way. This was not Chicago, but we'll continue to let them create an illusion that they're in Chicago, but they're not. This is like an hour drive, bro, and it's not cool. But show was cool. I messed with it. Maybe it's because I was there live. I enjoyed it. I wonder if I would have the same feelings if I was attending Backlash live, but we'll let that happen. If I don't know what I'm saying, we'll just ignore that comment. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Follow me on all of my social media links down in the description below. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.